Imagine holding in your hand a simple coin, one that most people would pass off as ordinary loose change. A nickel worth just 5 cents yet hidden within the folds of time and the careful eyes of collectors. There exists a version of this coin that carries a staggering value. A value that almost defies belief. And this is the story of the 1995 D. Jefferson nickel, a coin that some have claimed could reach values soaring up to $16 million. And before you think this is just another casual tale, let me assure you this is a journey into the world of numismatics, the study and collection of coins where rarity, condition, and historical context can transform something small and metallic into a treasure of unimaginable worth. Stay with me until the very end, because every detail you hear could change the way you look at pocket change forever. Now take a breath and picture this. The year is 1995. The United States Mint is striking millions of Jefferson nickels at the Denver Mint facility, carrying the small letter D under the date. These coins circulate like countless others across America. Ordinary people use them for groceries, for bus fares, for pocket change in candy machines, but hidden among the millions, something extraordinary lurked. A handful of these coins carried traits that collectors today consider priceless. And while many dismissed them back then, today numismatists understand that the right 1995 D. Jefferson nickel is no longer just a nickel. It is a potential fortune waiting in your hands. You might be asking, why would a coin like this ever be worth such a fortune? Here is where numismatic science and collector passion intertwine. In the world of coin collecting, value does not come from face value but from scarcity, rarity, condition, and demand. When a coin becomes nearly impossible to find in pristine condition, or when a certain minting anomaly makes it unique, collectors chase it with relentless obsession. The 1995 D. Jefferson nickel has become one of these legendary pieces. Before we reveal exactly how this value of $16 million comes into play, let us first understand what this coin is physically made of. The Jefferson nickel is a 5-cent coin struck in a composition of 75% copper and 25% nickel. It has a diameter of 21 millimeters, a thickness of 1.95 millimeters, and a weight of 5 grams, modest numbers on paper. But when placed into the world of coin grading, these numbers take on new life, because even the slightest imperfection, the tiniest scratch, the most delicate sign of wear can separate a 5-cent coin from a multi-million-dollar rarity. Now here is where the suspense deepens. Imagine 2 nickels minted on the exact same day. One rolls off the press, slightly misaligned. Another receives a perfect strike, sharp details, flawless surfaces untouched by circulation. When those 2 coins reach the eyes of collectors, they no longer share the same fate. One may be worth a nickel. The other could be worth millions. The secret is coin grading. Grading is the science and art of evaluating the condition of a coin. And professional companies like PCG's, Professional Coin Grading Service, and NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Company, specialize in this process. They use advanced tools, magnification, and years of expertise to place a coin into a specific grade scale, from poor to mint state 70, with mint state 70, meaning a flawless coin with no visible imperfections, under 10 times magnification. For the 1995 D. Jefferson nickel, finding such perfection is nearly impossible. Most circulated coins show wear, but one that somehow survived untouched with razor-sharp detail could attract astronomical bids. Here comes the cliffhanger. Many people believe all 1995 D nickels are common. Millions exist, but here is the twist. Very few exist in gem mint state, certified by PCGs or NGC at the highest possible levels. And these are the coins that leap from pocket change value into historic, record-breaking auctions. The kind of sales that make headlines. Across the numismatic world, imagine a coin grader holding your nickel under a bright lamp. The suspense as they tilt it left and right, inspecting every line on Jefferson's portrait, every letter, every rim. And then comes the verdict. A gem mint grade could transform your coin into a fortune. And you may be wondering, how do we know about this supposed $16 million valuation? Well, in numismatics, rarity and desirability collide, when one or two coins are believed to be nearly unique competition among wealthy collectors can ignite bidding wars. And while the average 1995 D nickel is not rare, the myth, the legend, and the confirmed existence of ultra-high-grade survivors has driven speculation, and stories of valuations climbing into the millions. Some reports have even claimed private offers approaching $16 million. And while only the most elite examples might approach this kind of breathtaking figure, the truth is clear: this coin has cemented itself as one of the most talked about modern nickels of all time. Let us step deeper into the history. The Jefferson nickel itself was introduced in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel. It features Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States, on the obverse, and his home Monticello on the reverse. The design by Felix Schlag endured for decades, and by 1995 it was a familiar sight in American currency. Yet by the 1990s, most people no longer gave the nickel much thought. It was just another coin in circulation, and that is precisely what makes discoveries like this so thrilling. The extraordinary hides in the ordinary, and collectors live for that moment of revelation. So how do you know if your coin could be special? Here is where patience and knowledge matter. First, check the mint mark. The letter D beneath the year 1995 signifies the Denver Mint. Second, examine condition. If your coin has sharp steps on Monticello crisp lettering, no scratches or discoloration, you may be looking at something unusual. Third, consider certification. Sending your coin to PCGs or NGC for grading is not just a formality. It is the golden ticket to establishing authenticity and maximizing value. Collectors and buyers worldwide trust only professional grading holders. When dealing in coins of great worth, let us now talk about selling, because what good is a treasure if you do not know how to share it with the world? But beware. Selling such a coin is not as simple as walking into a pawn shop or handing it to the first buyer who waves cash. The right place to sell is through established numismatic auction houses such as Heritage Auctions, Stack's, Bowers, or Great Collections. These firms specialize in rare coins and attract serious collectors with the funds to compete at the highest levels. Listing a multi-million-dollar coin on casual platforms would only attract underbidders, but a professional auction house provides the authentication, marketing, and global audience required to unleash the true potential value. But here comes another moment of suspense. What if you own one of these coins and you never knew? What if the fortune of a lifetime is sitting right now in your coin jar on your dresser, in a forgotten box of childhood savings? How many people have unknowingly spent these treasures without realizing their hidden value? Numismatics is filled with such stories. People who bought sodas or bus tickets with coins that could have changed their lives forever. And this is the heart-pounding truth that keeps collectors always checking their change, always looking twice, always hoping to give you perspective. Let me share something from the collector terminology world. The concept of FS, or full steps, refers to the steps on Monticello. If a Jefferson nickel shows all 6 steps on the building fully struck with no interruptions, it is classified as full steps, and these coins are among the rarest and most desirable. For the 1995 D nickel, full steps in high grade are incredibly scarce, and it is these pieces that spark the astronomical values. Without full steps, your coin may still hold value, but with them, it could be life-changing. So take a moment now, ask yourself, when was the last time you checked your nickels? Not just glanced, but truly studied them. Numismatics is more than a hobby. It is a treasure hunt where knowledge is the map and persistence is the key. And that is exactly why we created World Coins Hub, to bring you stories and guides like this that transform your understanding of currency forever. And now, if you have felt the suspense building, if you are curious, if your coin collection or even your pocket change might hide a treasure, then this is your moment. Hit that like button, drop a comment sharing your own discoveries. And most importantly, subscribe to World Coins Hub, because every week we reveal more secrets of rare and valuable coins that could be sitting right in front of you. Do not miss the future episodes where we break down other modern coins carrying staggering values and share insider numismatic insights that only seasoned collectors usually know. This is more than content. It is a guide into a world where ordinary coins transform into legends, and your knowledge becomes the treasure map. So, as we close the story of the 1995 D. Jefferson nickel, remember this: behind every coin is a hidden story. Behind every ordinary surface could lie extraordinary fortune. And perhaps right now, the fortune of $16 million sits waiting quietly in the palm of your hand. And if you believe stories like this need to be shared with more collectors, with more friends, with more dreamers, then take this video, send it to them, let them join the hunt, and let us together uncover the treasures of numismatics. This is World Coins Hub. Stay subscribed, stay curious, and never stop searching, because the next coin you touch could change everything. Imagine you are holding an ordinary-looking coin in your hand, something you might dismiss as a simple dollar. But what if I told you that within the world of numismatics, one very specific version of this coin, the 1976 bicentennial Eisenhower dollar, can command a staggering $12 million at auction? Yes, $12 million for a coin that most people overlook. And today on World Coins Hub, we are about to peel back the layers of mystery surrounding this coin, its history, its secrets, and its shocking value. So stay with me until the very last second, because the deeper we go, the more astonishing the truth becomes. And before we start, make sure to like this video, comment your thoughts on rare coins, and subscribe to World Coins Hub to join our journey into the hidden fortunes of numismatics. Step 1. Set the stage. The Eisenhower dollar was minted from 1971 to 1978. But in 1976, the United States Mint issued a special coin to honor the 200th anniversary of American independence. The bicentennial dollar, instantly recognizable by its dual date 1776 to 1976, and its reverse design of the Liberty Bell superimposed over the moon, a design created by Dennis R. Williams, was meant to commemorate history. But hidden within this iconic issue are rare varieties, errors, and pristine examples that turn an ordinary coin into a life-changing fortune. Step 2. Let us talk specifications, because every serious collector knows that details matter. The Eisenhower bicentennial dollar was struck in two compositions, one in standard copper nickel-clad and another in special collector issues of 40% silver. The diameter is 38.1 millimeters. The thickness is approximately 2.68 millimeters, and the weight is about 22.68 grams. These numbers may seem technical, but to a numismatist they are essential fingerprints for confirming authenticity and determining whether a coin is a common issue or an extraordinary rarity. Now here comes the first cliffhanger. You might be wondering, how can such a coin possibly reach $12 million? And the answer lies in three pillars: rarity, condition, and provenance. Let us begin with rarity. Most bicentennial Eisenhower dollars are worth only a few dollars, but certain rare minting errors and ultra-high-grade examples have stunned the collecting world. For instance, a double die obverse or reverse, or a coin struck on a wrong planchet, can propel the value into astronomical levels. And when these errors are combined with gem mint state condition, the results can be legendary. This brings us to condition and grading, the very heartbeat of the coin collecting world. Professional grading services like PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, and NGC Numismatic Guarantee Corporation are the two global titans of authentication and evaluation. They use microscopes, advanced lighting, and expert teams to evaluate every detail, from strike sharpness to surface preservation to eye appeal, and then they assign a grade from poor to the ultimate MS 70 mint state 70, which signifies perfection, a bicentennial. Eisenhower dollar in MS 70 with a rare error is the exact formula that can create a multi-million-dollar headline pause here, to imagine the suspense of submitting a coin to PCGS or NGC. The envelope sealed the graders examining every curve and line, and then the moment when the grade is revealed, MS 70. The population report confirms only one known example, and suddenly your coin is no longer just metal. It is a once-in-a-lifetime treasure, valued at $12 million. Step 3. Provenance matters too. A coin with a documented history of ownership can command premiums. Collectors call this pedigree a coin from a famous collection, or one that has appeared in legendary auctions, often sells for far more than an identical coin without provenance. In the case of the bicentennial Eisenhower dollar, the pedigree of certain discoveries has fueled demand and intensified bidding wars at major auction houses. Now let us build suspense by asking, where does one sell such a coin? And the answer is critical because selling a coin of this magnitude cannot be done casually. Local shops or pawn shops would offer only a fraction of true value. Instead, the proper venues are elite auction houses, such as Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bowers. These firms specialize in numismatic treasures and provide global exposure, glossy catalogs, professional photography, and direct access to wealthy collectors and investors. Another pathway is private treaty sales, where elite dealers broker transactions between sellers and collectors, often securing record-breaking prices. But either way, authentication by PCGS or NGC is non-negotiable. Without a slabbed certification, buyers will hesitate and values will plummet. Now let us step deeper into the science of collecting and share authentic terminology. Numismatists speak of obverse and reverse of plancher of strike and luster. Luster refers to the way light dances across a coin surface. Strike refers to how well the design was impressed during minting, and eye appeal refers to the overall attractiveness of the piece. Serious collectors also rely on population reports published by PCGS and NGC, which reveal how many coins exist at each grade, and when only one or two examples of a bicentennial Eisenhower dollar exist at MS 70, collectors know they are battling for near immortality within the registry set competitions. Pause again for suspense, because now we must discuss varieties. The bicentennial Eisenhower dollar exists in both Type 1 and Type 2. Reverse designs. The Type 1 has bold block lettering while the Type 2 has refined thinner lettering and sharper detail. The Type 2 variety struck at the San Francisco Mint in 40%. Silver in pristine grade is already scarce. Combine that with a dramatic mint error or doubling variety, and you approach the conditions necessary for a multi-million-dollar valuation. Step 4. Practical advice for collectors: never clean a coin. Cleaning destroys surfaces and kills value instead. Handle coins with cotton gloves, store them in inert holders and protect them from air moisture and light. And if you suspect rarity, place the coin in a soft protective sleeve and immediately consult an expert numismatist or dealer who can guide you on next steps. Let us pause here to inject viewer engagement. If you found a bicentennial Eisenhower dollar in your drawer and believed it could be worth millions, what would you do? Keep it as a family heirloom or sell it to secure your fortune? Comment your answer below. And do not forget to subscribe to World Coins Hub, because we bring you rare coin secrets that collectors around the world crave. Step 5. Auction dynamics. Let us create the picture of suspense. Imagine an auction hall filled with bidders. The auctioneer begins calling numbers. The price climbs: 1 million, 2 million, 5 million. The tension rises as two determined collectors battle, each refusing to give in. And finally, the hammer drops at $12 million. A roar of applause fills the room, and history is made. This is not a fantasy, but the reality of numismatic markets where rarity, passion, and competition collide. Step 6 Selling Checklist. If you believe you own such a coin, follow these steps first. Photograph the coin under natural light second. Do not attempt cleaning. Third, research initial details and compare with population reports. Fourth, submit to PCGS or NGC for grading. Fifth, secure provenance. Documentation. Sixth, choose your selling venue, whether auction or private sale. Seventh, insure the coin during transit. Eighth, consult tax professionals for legal sale structure. Ninth, market. The story of the coin, because narrative drives value now. Let us draw out one final cliffhanger, because you might be wondering, could such coins still be hiding in plain sight? And the answer is yes. While the majority of bicentennial Eisenhower dollars are common rare varieties and pristine examples may yet rest in drawers, banks, or collections waiting for discovery. And that is the magic of numismatics. It is treasure hunting woven into history. To close, remember the coin name and value. The 1776 to 1976 bicentennial Eisenhower dollar, a coin that under extraordinary circumstances can be valued at $12 million. This coin represents not just currency, but a symbol of America's 200th anniversary, a blend of artistry, history, and rarity that transcends time. If you enjoyed this suspenseful journey, make sure to hit the like button, drop a comment to share your thoughts, and subscribe to World Coins Hub. Because every week we uncover the mysteries and values of coins you may already have in your possession. And share this video with friends and fellow collectors, because you never know who might be holding the next multi-million-dollar treasure. And stay tuned, because our next deep dive may uncover a coin even rarer and more valuable than the bicentennial Eisenhower dollar, and it just might change everything you thought you knew about the coins in your pocket. Welcome back to World Coins Hub. Today I am about to take you into the hidden world of one of the most breathtaking and unbelievable treasures in the entire history of American numismatics. A coin so small yet so powerful that it can change the life of whoever discovers it. This coin is none other than the 1952 D. Lincoln wheat cent, and its staggering value has been recorded at an eye-opening $17 million. Now take a deep breath, because the story I am about to share will keep you at the very edge of your seat from the very first word to the very last. Imagine this: you are holding a single penny in your hand. A penny that looks ordinary, just like the millions you have seen before. But what if that single penny could buy you a mansion, luxury cars, and give you a financial legacy that would last for generations? That is exactly the story of this coin. The 1952 D. wheat cent struck in Denver, a coin that numismatists across the globe whisper about in hushed tones of respect and disbelief. But let us not rush, because suspense is built step by step. First, we need to understand what makes the Lincoln wheat cent series so iconic. Launched in 1909, to honor the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln, this series carried the portrait of Lincoln designed by Victor David Brenner on the obverse and the famous twin wheat stalks on the reverse, symbolizing prosperity and growth. It ran until 1958, and every collector from beginner to expert has been touched by its beauty and history. Yet in 1952 something different happened. Something rare, something extraordinary at the Denver Mint. Now here is where curiosity spikes. The 1952 D. Lincoln wheat cent looks almost like any other, but rarity hides not in the obvious but in the subtle details. The coin has a diameter of 19 millimeters, a thickness of 1.55 millimeters, and weighs 3.11 grams, made mostly of copper. Yet the small differences in strike luster and preservation are what created the legend of the $17 million cent collectors. Know that value in coins is not just about the year or the mint mark. It is about grading, and grading changes everything. The difference between a coin worth only cents And one worth millions is a matter of condition and certification. This is where professional grading companies like PCGS, the Professional Coin Grading Service, and NGC, the Numismatic Guarantee Company, enter the stage. These organizations use microscopes, expert eyes, and rigid standards to assign grades that range from poor all the way to flawless mint state at the highest levels. And here is where I hold you in suspense, because the 1952 D wheat cent that stunned the world was not just any coin. It was certified by experts at the very top of the grading scale. Imagine a coin preserved with no scratches, no marks, blazing red luster, glowing like the day it left the mint. That is the type of perfection that ignites a frenzy among collectors. And when two wealthy bidders clash over such a coin in an auction, the price does not just rise, it explodes. But let us go deeper, because numismatics is not only about price, it is about understanding the language collectors speak. Terms like mint, state MS, red brown, full strike, double die, repunched mint mark. These are the keys that unlock whether a coin is common or legendary. The 1952 D wheat cent in red mint state condition can be so rare that it becomes a once-in-a-lifetime discovery, one that no collection feels complete without. Now picture this scene at a world-famous auction house. The room is silent, all eyes fixed on the podium, as the auctioneer announces the arrival of the 1952 D Lincoln wheat cent, graded at the highest level. A hush falls across the hall, and the bidding begins. 1 million, 2 million, 5 million. The numbers climb higher as tension thickens. 10 million, 11 million, 15 million. Until finally the hammer drops at an unbelievable $17 million, and the crowd erupts in disbelief. This is not fiction. This is the reality of numismatics when rarity, condition, and demand collide. So what can this mean for you, the viewer at home? Could you possibly have a 1952 D wheat cent hiding in your collection? The answer is yes, but only if you know what to look for. Start by checking the date and the D mint mark, then examine the coin closely if it shows heavy wear and scratches. It may only hold minor collector value, but if it glows with sharp details, minimal marks, and blazing color, then you may be holding a true treasure. And that is when you must seek professional grading without the certification of PCGS or NGC. Even the rarest coin cannot unlock its true value. But suspense still builds, because many wonder, where is the right place to sell a coin like this? Surely not a pawn shop or casual marketplace. The true platforms for rare coins are major auction houses such as Heritage Auctions, Stack's Bowers, or even trusted private dealers who specialize in multi-million-dollar rarities. Only through these channels can you ensure that your coin reaches the right buyers, collectors who are willing to pay for perfection. Let me share with you another layer of curiosity. Coin value is never fixed. It breathes, it changes, it grows with demand. One day, your coin may be worth thousands, the next millions, depending on who is searching for it. And in numismatics, the wealthy elite are always hunting for the next masterpiece. To add prestige to their collections, the 1952 D wheat cent is exactly that masterpiece. But perhaps the most fascinating part is this: the coin you ignore in your pocket change could be the very coin that shifts your destiny. Numismatists always advise search your jars, your boxes, your forgotten rolls, because history proves time and again that treasures hide where we least expect them. Every great collector has a story of discovery, and maybe yours is about to be written. Now let me pause and speak directly to you. If you are captivated by this story, if you feel the thrill of discovering hidden value, then I ask you to like this video to show your support. Comment below, telling me what coin you dream of finding. And most importantly, subscribe to World Coins Hub, because together we will continue to uncover the secrets of rare currency and the incredible stories that surround them. Before I conclude, let me place one final cliffhanger. What if I told you that there might still be undiscovered 1952 D wheat cents in near-perfect condition, waiting silently in jars, drawers, or forgotten roles across the country. Imagine being the person who finds the next $17 million coin. The moment your hands tremble, holding it, the moment you realize you have uncovered history itself, that is why you must never stop searching. So as we end this journey, remember, the 1952 D. Lincoln wheat cent valued at $17 million is not just a coin. It is a symbol of possibility. It reminds us that even the smallest object can hold unimaginable wealth, and that knowledge and curiosity are the keys to unlocking it. Stay with us here on World Coins Hub, because every week we reveal more hidden treasures, more numismatic secrets, and more astonishing values that continue to shock collectors around the world. Subscribe now, share this video with your fellow coin enthusiasts, and let us together keep the spirit of discovery alive. Until next time, this is World Coins Hub signing off, reminding you to keep searching, keep collecting, and keep believing in the extraordinary world of coins.